Hey everybody, welcome back to the continuation of grinding for silver. I'm trying to save up to get a big conventional reel for my heavy boat rod. It's slow going in my opinion. We're at 23.8. I'm going to turn these into baits here. That's what I had left over from selling my fish last time. We're starting off today at the 41 meter hole. Hope you're doing well. We are using the foam rubber setup right now here. We're going to make some large fillets out of these two bigger ones here. And then we're going to make some small ones for this setup. Now, do you guys prefer the small ones or the strips? Let me know. I usually just use the small ones. Weird head shakes going on here. I'm not sure what we got. I don't know if that's some sort of glitch or a head shake. It stopped, so I'm assuming it was just shaking its head. Safe maybe. Daggone cusk. Try our larger setup here. Guys, I do appreciate you hanging out with me today. One of the questions I've got too is on your attraction elements. Do you prefer that they're the same, or do you guys mix and match them? I've seen it both ways. I think I've done it both ways, but I don't know what the preferred method is. You guys let me know. Trying to save up. I don't want to save 50K, but probably need to go at least 43. And if you're at 43, what's the difference in going 56? I don't know. We'll see if there's something for the anniversary sale coming up. RF4 should have an anniversary and coming up here soon, so. Little cog. Let's switch back over to the other setup here. Yeah, so maybe there'll be something interesting there. I don't have, you know, I don't have the money for something big, and I wanted to buy something maybe smaller for 25 or 26, but I don't think that's better than what we got on. We got the spear. This needs repaired, obviously, but um, you know, 19 kg. I'm not going to be able to buy something a lot larger. Um, you know, for the money I've got now, for sure. Rain has finally stopped. It's been raining in game here for over a day. So maybe we should try out some other spots here, depending on what we get. I was thinking we should try this 48 area out over here, this little flat area. Let's go check it out. Kind of a pain in the ass when it's down here like this. There's a little hole there. We could try to hit that. We're just coming out of the overnight here. So, we did catch a small cod over there, but just try to avoid those. If you want to avoid those cusps, the way you do that is you just don't go to the bottom. If you've got these foam setups, you can catch saiths, whitings, and pollocks by staying off the bottom. Maybe once it gets a little more daytime, the bite rate will go a little better on the drop. You really want to catch stuff on the drop with this setup. Okay. A little hake. Those will add up to some decent silver fairly quickly if we can get, especially if we can get some larger ones. But that one wasn't horrible. Like anything else, you want at least marker size. Get another soda working here. I work tomorrow night, so tonight, even though I always flip my schedule because I had 4 days off, tonight I got to stay up most of the night, or at least attempt to, and then sleep, the majority of the day tomorrow, so I can go in. Oh, I missed one there. For a 12 to 12 shift, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And the number one way to get in trouble at my job is the way that gets most people is they go to sleep at their desk and they get fired. So, I get up, walk around, drink some caffeine, get a coffee. I normally don't drink a lot of coffee, but I will if I'm that tired. I really try to avoid energy drinks just because I've seen a lot of people that worked for me, drink a lot of energy drinks, and then get the heart palpitations where their heart's basically out of rhythm. And I don't need that drama. I'm too old for that. And mostly those were 5-hour energies, the shots that we have. People would, take 3 of those 5-hour energy shots trying to get through a shift or whatever. And I just feel like that's not good for you. Didn't get nothing there. We'll go on down to the bottom here. So if we can get us another hake. Also may use the larger setup here. See if we can get something interesting. Guys, let me know if you've been catching stuff, some good fish at a certain spot. I haven't seen a lot of posts from the sea. I saw some people today on a video I was watching, and I actually joined the tournament. They were fishing here. They were calling it the 133, but I didn't do very well there. Now I did catch. I was making a video yesterday and the internet crashed. We had an outage. I was fishing here in this 88 rim here at the end of the 55, and I did catch a nice, like an 8 kg conger. So that was kind of cool. That's on my list of interesting fishes, right? So. This thing needs repaired. Okay, nice pollock. I hate to switch over when I'm catching. Those will give us good silver fairly quickly. So what I'm trying to do is, see right now I'm not getting the perking, I'm just getting the movement. So I'm going to reel a little bit, then I'm going to keep going. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for both. I want to see the strong perking or the perking and the movement in the bottom layer. That's what I want to see. I feel like that's going to give me an increased chance, a faster bite rate. Alright, something here, unfortunately it's real small. Kind of close to the edge of the map here, you can see the buoys over there. That's garbage. We're going to turn him into a bait fish. Sorry. We're going to turn him into a dead fish. I like how their eyes get glazed over. You don't notice it so much on these. I need to get rid of some of these, huh? These guys here, if you look at them, their eyes to me are clouded over. The same thing, I'm slowly reeling it into. I'm trying to get both messages there. Both perking and movement in the bottom layer is what I'm trying to get. The wind has calmed down, the seas are calm, the rain has stopped, the thunder and lightning has stopped. Again, if you're trying to avoid those cusks, you can just not go all the way to the bottom with these smaller setups. But, as you can see, I'm not really catching anything right now on the drop either. Oh, there we go. A little mackerel maybe, a little whiting, something very small. Oh, a little spiny dogfish. That's kind of shocking, but at least it's a marker. I didn't know you caught those up in the middle layer there like that. I thought those were on the bottom. There's a mackerel back to back there. A couple pollocks there. The largest one's the cod. Definitely getting closer to those barriers over there. Yeesh, that's not what we're looking for. And again, to avoid that, just don't go to the bottom layer. I don't want to say you will not catch one here, but you should not catch one here. This should be, a saithe, a pollock, a mackerel, a whiting, something off of that list. Alright, let's throw back out the larger setup here. Not a bad fish, 13K on the experience. We're not going to float much more this direction because we're at the edge of the map here. But we're still in this target area. I'm checking out this this big 48 area here. And maybe we're checking out the 60 or even this hole here or even this hole or this hole. We got some time here. We're only 25 minutes in. The plan will be to go an hour and 15 like we did the last video. Right now we don't have any silver. Maybe these two, these three. This will be a little bit of silver. I am not afraid to try new spots. Unfortunately, sometimes it does not pay off. But the other day, I got a bream trophy, eastern bream trophy at Lower Tunguska. Just again looking for different spots. This thing's pulling pretty good. Might be a cusk. It's probably not that big, but it's got some pull to it. Yeah, it's eating our energy up. Yeah, just a daggone cusk. Just a cusk. They fight like they're a lot bigger, and they chew up your energy. We'll move after we catch one more here, unless we catch something amazing. Which I'm not anticipating, but let's go ahead and try a different spot here. We're on the border here. We've completely pushed ourselves up to the border. Let's try this little spot up here. Let's look at what we see on the bottom here on the left. Not paying attention. Ran into the barrier there. We want to go left here. Is this the hole? Oh, so there's a wall here. We're right on the border still. Can't get any farther over. We keep running into the wall. Okay. The wall is probably this 8 line here. No. It's weird. Because I think you could fish the whole 41, right? Yeah, it should be here. I don't understand. It comes at an angle. It must come, because we're on the line here, but when you fish the 41, I don't understand, but anyway. I guess I don't need to. I can see the buoys. Come on, fish. We're not going to wait here very long. Let's move up to this, we can try this little deeper spot up here. I think it's like 90. Snag something in the arse on the way up here. Alright. It looks like there's some big fish at about 40 and 50 there. So we're going to go to about 45 or 50 and see if we can get one of them. Those might be tunas. Probably could troll through here, probably do okay. But every time I hook into a tuna, I usually end up getting something. I get I have to alt tab out because I get a hold of something bigger than I'm set up for. Let's come up to 40 and try it. Then we'll go back down to 50 and try it. Let's go ahead and drop it all the way down into the bottom here, into the depths of hell. We're going to Hades and back, trying to catch us a fish. Again, I want to see both, so I'm getting perking and movement in the bottom layer, so that's what I'm trying to see. For me, I don't know if it matters between strong perking and perking, but as long as I'm getting one of those, I'm not trying to change anything. I just feel like to get a better bite rate, I want to see both of those. Of course, you can just let it sit and get that movement in the bottom layer like this, and then once that perking goes away, you can still get a bite when you're just moving in the bottom layer. Usually to catch the bigger stuff, you need a smaller bite rate, but I don't have the patience for it. Unfortunately, I do not have the patience for it. We'll stop this at 50. We had some big fish down there. See if we can make it that far. Maybe we'll get something on the way down. Got something at 35 here. The squeaker squeaked the drag a little bit, so I just locked it. Decent little safe. Again, if we get down to about 50, we're going to stop. That's where we saw some big marks on the radar there. We got something at 45 anyway. Get us a few fish back in the keep net here. Get some silver. Smaller safe. Again, third try. If we get down to 50 here, we'll do some perking. If we don't hook something before that. Okay. Didn't hit anything. I'm going to open up the reel and go on down. Do a screenshot of my incredible reel that needs work. way too deep to catch a safe. Might as well catch that at 15. All right, might as well catch that at 30. Let's try some trolling. Which way are we headed here? Okay, that's fine. This boat needs some rod holders. Alright, we got something here. Doesn't seem to be very big, but the good thing about trolling is you shouldn't get any sculpins or cusks. Had quite a bit of line out, but that's okay. We're going to run this boat ticket out if we can. If I can make it that long. I'm always curious what I got, because you don't know till you see it, just like IRL. Like, what is it? What is it? What is it? Just to see. This would be the way to do it if you're watching a movie or something. Just sit there and wait. We'll go deeper again here in a second. I'm just trying to see if I can get something. I hate to go to 80 or 90 just to catch a little saith again. You know, we seem to be on a roll here. I feel like we should be touching bottom. It's only 58. don't understand. I understand the lure would be a little bit of an angle because of the trolling, but this is a heavy setup. I feel like it would not be dragging that far behind the boat. Does perking help? I don't know. Doesn't seem to. I mean, you are able to do it while trolling. Oh, there's over an hour left on this ticket. I'm not going to make that. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do another hour and 8 minutes. Nighttime might not help the trolling factor either. Are we able to stop the trolling motor? Yes, looks like we can. Hoping it's not a cusk. We were on the bottom there. Probably a cusk. It's destroying our energy. Probably not that big. Yeah, probably just a little cusk, unfortunately. Let's see. Because when it doesn't want to come in, it's not coming in. Yeah. Defeats the purpose of trolling if you're going to be on the bottom layer, in my opinion. Let's relog here, guys, and go ahead and sell our fish. Don't think we had a very good hour there. Let's screenshot that. That wouldn't be a bad one to have, huh? So does anybody know where this skein is from? Because I do. That should be the best fishing spot in the game, right? It's on the main screen. All right. This is probably going to be a little disappointing here. We do got this, which is 83. Didn't get any of those. So 385 in a little over an hour. So I hit my minimum goal of over 300, but just again, pretty disappointing. But again, we're making money. We're headed that way, guys. I appreciate you. Until next time, have fun fishing. I am out of here.